Do you remember Shutter Island, the thrilling movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio, set on a mysterious, isolated island? In real life, there are places just like that, completely off limits, sparking endless curiosity about the secrets they might hold. What's really happening there? Are they genuinely dangerous? Or is it all about truths too shocking to reveal? From sacred temples and remote islands to top-secret military zones, each of these places raises the same question. Why are they off-limits? Are these restrictions in place to protect us? Or are they hiding something beyond imagination? Would you dare to set foot in these places if given the chance? Join us on a journey to uncover 10 mysterious forbidden locations where reality, myth, and unanswered questions collide. 10. Ise Grand Shrine, Japan. The Ise Grand Shrine, or Ise Jingu, is a sacred symbol of Shinto belief in purity, renewal, and divine connection. At its heart is Niihau, dedicated to the sun goddess Amaterasu Omikami, considered the most sacred place in Shinto. However, access to the Honden, the shrine's innermost sanctum, is restricted exclusively to high-ranking priests and members of Japan's imperial family. The prohibition stems from the belief that the presence of ordinary people, especially those without a religious role, could defile the sanctity of this divine space. Surrounded by towering wooden fences and dense forests, the shrine is entirely cut off from the outside world. These fences not only serve as physical barriers, but also symbolize the boundary between the mundane and the divine. The Japanese believe that overcrowding or inappropriate behavior in sacred spaces can disturb the divine energy, compromising the sanctity and spiritual purpose of the shrine. To maintain its purity and the silence needed for rituals, access is strictly controlled. Ise Jingu is also famous for the Shikinen Sengu, a ritual rebuilding of the shrine every 20 years. This process demands immense focus from priests and artisans, free from interruptions by visitors. After each rebuilding, the deities are ceremonially moved to the new shrine, creating a fresh space filled with spiritual energy. For this reason, absolute peace and quiet are essential. 9. Poveglia Island, Italy. Located in the Venetian lagoon in northern Italy, Poveglia Island is one of the most haunted and forbidden places in the world. Once a peaceful small community, its inhabitants fled in the 14th century due to war. It remained abandoned for centuries until 1776, when it became a quarantine station for those suspected of carrying infectious diseases. Thousands, including victims of the Black Plague, were isolated and died here, turning the island into a graveyard of tragic memories. In 1922, Poveglia became a psychiatric hospital, infamous for stories of abuse and eerie deaths. After the hospital's closure in 1968, the island fell into disrepair, leaving behind haunting remnants of its troubled past. Today, access to Poveglia is strictly prohibited to protect the public from potential dangers. The soil, believed to be contaminated by disease, is still considered unsafe. Additionally, physical hazards from the island's crumbling ruins pose risks to visitors. As a symbol of grief and mystery, Poveglia serves as a solemn reminder of the devastating impact of pandemics and untold stories of suffering. The ban on visits ensures its preservation as a historical relic untouched by time. 8. North Sentinel Island, Bay of Bengal. North Sentinel Island, part of India's Andaman Islands, is one of the most isolated and protected places on Earth. Unlike the neighboring islands renowned for their tropical beauty and tourist appeal, North Sentinel is completely off-limits, not because of nature's fury, but due to its indigenous inhabitants, the Sentinelese. They are one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world, living entirely disconnected from modern civilization. The Sentinelese have inhabited the island for thousands of years, sustaining themselves through hunting and gathering while avoiding outside influence. Past interactions, such as being enslaved or attacked by sailors, have left a deep scar on their history. These experiences have made them view any approach to the island as a grave threat. They fiercely resist outsiders, as seen in the tragic deaths of 2 fishermen in 2006 and a missionary in 2018 who attempted to contact them. To safeguard the Sentinelese and prevent similar tragedies, the Indian government has declared the island off-limits, establishing a 5 nautical mile, about 9-kilometer, exclusion zone around it. The Indian Navy regularly patrols the area to protect the Sentinelese community from outside threats, including diseases to which they have no immunity. 7. Heard Island, Australia. Heard Island, one of Australia's most remote territories, is located in the Southern Ocean over 2,485 miles, which is 4,000 kilometers southwest of the mainland. Together with McDonald Island, it has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its breathtaking landscapes and pristine ecosystems. However, access to Heard Island is strictly prohibited to preserve its untouched environment and fragile ecosystem. The island is home to Mawson Peak, a 9,000-foot, or about 2,700-meter active volcano surrounded by 41 glaciers and thick mists. This unique blend of lava flows and icy terrain creates a surreal landscape. However, harsh weather conditions and extreme isolation have made permanent settlement or exploitation impossible. Additionally, Heard Island hosts rare species such as seals, penguins, and seabirds. Human interference could disrupt this delicate balance and cause irreversible harm. The Australian government oversees Heard Island as a strictly protected nature reserve, allowing access only for scientific research. Even research expeditions must adhere to rigorous environmental guidelines to ensure the island's ecosystem remains undisturbed. Ulta, Uluru, Australia. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a massive sandstone monolith and one of Australia's most iconic natural and cultural landmarks. Located 208 miles, which is 335 kilometers, southwest of Alice Springs in the Northern Territory, Uluru is not just a tourist attraction, but a deeply spiritual site for the Anangu people, the region's indigenous custodians. Standing 1,142 feet tall, or about 348 meters, Uluru was once a popular climbing destination. However, this activity caused significant erosion of the rock's sandstone surface and disrupted the surrounding ecosystem. Even worse, disrespectful behavior by some visitors, such as drinking alcohol, undressing, or holding parties on the summit, profoundly insulted the cultural and spiritual values of the Anangu. To them, Uluru is the dwelling place of ancestral spirits, and a sacred space deserving utmost reverence. To protect both the site and the Anangu culture, climbing Uluru was officially banned in October 2019. Visitors are now encouraged to appreciate Uluru from a distance and participate in cultural activities at designated centers. Certain areas around the rock are also off-limits for photography, preserving its spiritual significance. This ban not only prevents natural erosion, but also represents a step toward respecting indigenous heritage. 5. Mezhgorye, Russia. Mezhgorye is a secretive town nestled deep within the Ural Mountains in Bashkortostan, Russia. Established in 1979 and officially recognized in 1995, this town is known for its complete isolation and the mysteries surrounding its purpose. With a population of roughly 16,000, Mezhgorye is inaccessible to outsiders, with entry restricted to government-approved residents, primarily military personnel, technicians, and their families. Mezhgorye is believed to be associated with top-secret military operations. Some speculate that it protects and operates a massive underground facility beneath Mount Yamantau, rumored to house nuclear weapons or serve as a command center for automatic defense mechanisms. Its strategic location and strict security measures have fueled theories of classified projects ranging from advanced weaponry to sensitive research. The town's complete isolation makes it unlike any other. It has no tourists, limited information available on public maps, and any attempts to enter are thwarted by heavily enforced security. 4. Pluto's Gate, Turkey. Pluto's Gate, or Plutonium, is an ancient site in the city of Hierapolis, modern-day Turkey, steeped in Greco-Roman mythology as the entrance to the underworld ruled by Pluto, the god of death. Built around a small cave, this site was both sacred and dangerous due to the mysterious and deadly phenomena recorded there since antiquity. The cave emits carbon dioxide from a geological fault below, with concentrations high enough to kill any living creature that ventures inside. Ancient Greek writers like Strabo and Pliny described how temple priests, allegedly protected by Pluto, could safely enter the cave, adding an air of divine mystery and authority to their roles. Scientists have since explained this phenomenon. The carbon dioxide gas, heavier than air, accumulates near the cave floor, creating a lethal environment for animals and people. The priests likely learned to avoid the deadly effects by standing at higher points or minimizing their exposure, cleverly reinforcing their religious influence. Today, the cave still emits dangerous levels of carbon dioxide, and local authorities have restricted access to ensure safety. 3. Heart Reef, Australia. Heart Reef, a stunning natural wonder in Australia's Great Barrier Reef, is famous for its heart-shaped coral formation, a true symbol of romance. However, it is strictly off-limits to visitors to protect its delicate structure from human impact. Heart Reef is relatively small, and its coral is highly sensitive. Even a single touch or a dropped anchor could cause irreversible damage. As a result, activities like diving or swimming near the reef are completely prohibited. These measures ensure the reef's preservation and protect the wider ecosystem of the Great Barrier Reef. You can still admire Heart Reef from above via helicopter or seaplane tours. These aerial views not only highlight the reef's beautiful heart shape against the turquoise waters, but also allow visitors to appreciate its natural beauty without causing harm. By enforcing these rules, Australia demonstrates its commitment to conserving one of its most cherished natural landmarks. 2. Snake Island, Brazil. Snake Island, or Ilha de Queimada Grande, in Brazil is often dubbed one of the most dangerous places on Earth. The island is home to the golden lancehead viper, a snake species with venom so potent it can kill its prey almost instantly. To protect both humans and the island's unique ecosystem, Brazil has completely banned access to the island, allowing only scientists and researchers with special permits under strict safety protocols. Around 11,000 years ago, rising sea levels separated Snake Island from mainland Brazil, creating a highly isolated ecosystem. Without natural predators, the snakes evolved to hunt migratory birds, their only source of food. Their venom became extraordinarily lethal to ensure they could immobilize prey before it escaped. The snake population density on the island is incredibly high, with an estimated 1 to 5 snakes per square meter, or about 10 square feet. This makes it extremely hazardous for anyone to set foot there. Experts warn that the golden lancehead's venom can kill quickly if untreated. While human encounters are rare, the risks are ever present. 1. Niihau, America. Niihau, the westernmost island of Hawaii, is the 7th largest in the archipelago, spanning about 69 square miles, which is 179 square kilometers. Located approximately 17 miles, or 28 kilometers, southwest of Kauai, it stands out as the only Hawaiian island to maintain its traditional way of life, thanks to private ownership since the 19th century. While it boasts pristine natural beauty, Niihau lacks resorts or tourist services, and most people are not allowed to set foot on the island. Visitors can only observe it from afar via helicopter tours. In 1864, Elizabeth Sinclair purchased the island from the Kingdom of Hawaii for $10,000, and it has remained in the hands of her descendants, the Robinson family, ever since. For over 150 years, they have enforced strict access policies to protect the native Hawaiian community and their cultural heritage. Only a select few, such as government officials, U.S. military personnel, and specially invited guests, are permitted to visit Niihau. Today, about 170 residents live on the island, most of them native Hawaiians. They lead a self-sufficient lifestyle, using horses for transportation and relying on solar power for electricity. They don't pay rent and receive essential supplies from the Robinson family. In addition to preserving traditional life, Niihau has a long-standing partnership with the U.S. military. Parts of the island are used for specialized training, but these activities are closely monitored by the Robinson family to ensure minimal disruption. Thank you for watching the video. If you found this content intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support motivates us to create even more exciting videos. And make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.